Hello and welcome. I'm Rahul. You're watching me on my YouTube channel Halkma Talks. So, and if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I always come up with new ideas and try to inform you of latest development, whatever is happening in the real world. Because I strongly feel that if you keep yourself motivated and updated, you will be apt for every opportunity that comes in your way. Because I always advocate that, if you want to improve yourself, if you keep yourself updated, and not only that, if you're honing your skills and working on your craft, then you will be apt for every opportunity. The world has always been designed in such a way. Our environment, we have conditioned this world in monetary values, and if we do not resonate in those class, which we have defined elite or moderate, if you want to live your life in a better way, you have to elevate your life standard, and accordingly you have to prove here as well that what you want to be and how you want to track the opportunity that is coming your way. So I just want to tell you that having intuitive ability, having great intuition, having great creativity, and incisiveness of mind is important, but sometimes you have to align with the tranquility and peace of environment that you want to seek, because better creativity and better intuition happens when you align yourself with the higher frequencies. I would say it divine frequency, because much more are dependent on these kind of abilities that I'm talking about, because many people left behind, they are always in chaos, there is always a mad scramble there, and they don't want to liberate themselves up. They want to be in that chaos for a longer period of time. All this happens because you are not shifting your paradigm. You have to change your paradigm, you have to shift your perspective. Looking at everything with different perspective should be your essential skill, and that skill can be honed by you, only you yourself. Nobody is going to enhance your self-confidence, nobody is going to boost your skills, and that is why it is important that we keep a track of happenings, whatever is unfolding in the world. And if we will be modeling ourselves, and if we will be accumulating and assimilating certain knowledge which can certainly have implications on our growth, that can prove for better opportunities, so these all things are important, and we need to hone our skills, we need to become better, along with that. But there are always challenges in our way. Even if you are trying to be someone else, or if you want to improve your qualities, there will be always challenges. Sometimes the challenge will be arising within you. Sometimes challenges will be external. But all these challenges you have to face in order to grow, because the wall will always pull your leg when you will be going against the rough path, because it is important that you have resilience, you have perseverance, and when you move against the tide, there will be some waves around, and people don't want to counter the waves. They are afraid of changes, they are afraid of the paradigm shift that you bring at the place, and that is why all these negative forces try to counteract on your abilities. And if you are someone special, who have really a certain kind of intelligence or incisive ability, you will be targeted, that will be certain. Sometimes even the universe will be testing you for your strength, and many a time, for each and every incisive ability, there will be certain challenges, certain avenues, you will be encompassed and beleaguered by certain forces that you won't even understand, and how they are manipulating you, how they are keeping you small. When you will be really aligning your perspective and going spiritually, even many things will unfold, because the Red Sea is always Red Sea, and if you are in sleep mode, then it becomes Dead Sea for you, and you like to live in that Dead Sea. You don't want to face the Red Sea, and that is the reality of the whole world. Most of them are oblivion, they don't want to face the reality of life, because once you awaken, once you see the reality with your naked eye, the world becomes a different place, altogether a different place to live in. And once you face the reality with your open eyes and you understand exactly that how the universe plays a role, a bigger part in unfolding of events, and even in that very place, nothing is coincidence, but everything is happening, with different forces. They're interacting with together, they're counteracting, and the resultant of that is moving this universe in a particular direction. So your faith will be tested, your integrity will be tested, and if you will not have a hope within, with commitment with your own self, with your true self, if that goes vanished, you just compromise yourself with negative forces, because you give up and you align yourself with negative forces, you feel pleasure in that kind of activity and you seek a wrong direction. But I would like to tell you, never give that hope, that little faith, that keep that faith for your own self. If you'll have that positivity, it will, resilience will come, problems will come in your way, but at the end of the day, you will have a satisfaction. Your every curiosity will be quenched because you will have this positiveness in your mind that you are positive and your integrity is really perfect. Your honesty, your empathy, and your compassion is working for you. You will see in the end, because everybody, who is working either with positive forces or negative forces, they want ascension. And in the end, only those people who have integrity, who have positivity, who have compassion, they win, because they understand exactly that the resilience that they have gone through, the pain, the suffering that they are going through, is they are all part of their story, that is giving them experience, and their resilience is growing, their compassion is growing, their strength, their bearing capability is going, and that is what is making them more sympathetic and making them more acknowledged, making them more substantial in terms of experience, in terms of having a keen sense of interpreting reality, the unfolding of events, the unfolding of future. They will be able to have a vision to calibrate everything, and that is what is the reality. If you can calibrate all the things that is happening around you, and if you will have the hope, positive hope, you will see that many forces will work in your favor, and the unfolding of events will become synchronicity for you, because each and everything that will happen in your life, it will happen for a reason, and you will be given signals from the universe. You will be able to calibrate what is happening in the higher dimensions. All the gates are not open for each and everyone. The accessing point is blocked for many people. But if you will have wisdom, if you will have that integrity, and if you will have that incisiveness, you will certainly be able to understand what is going on. You will certainly be able to have that wisdom, that faith, to go ahead, to recognize how the universe is talking to you, how the intuitive mindset is calibrating all the things around. And if your capacity is growing, the endurance that you can have, and all this peaceful mind together, you can certainly move in positive directions. But along with that, enemies will come, they will fabricate around you, they will fabricate stories, they will try to threaten you sometime, because they want to stop you, they want to create hindrances, they want to create impediments in your way. But it is your essentiality, it is your incisiveness that will make these all things, all problems little, these all impediments little, and you will be able to surmount it quite easily, because resilience, that is your everyday activities and phenomenon, that is what will be proved, in the end, and that is what will bring the quality that you want to think. Because metaphysical reality and spirituality is not easy. People say that you go and meditate for some time and you come back, do yoga, and you'll be fit. Yeah, you'll be fit, but awareness, it is the cost. It is the cost of the eternal journey, that you have to be aware all the time. Even if you will be aware and calibrating all the reality, you know exactly that the synchronicity of events are not coincidence, but rather it is manifesting and it is happening. It is a resultant of the some forces that is going to play a role in your life as well as the lives of people around you, and that is what is the reality. Universe is always moving with a purpose, and it has a place for you. That is what you have to recognize. I'm talking about metaphysical, I'm talking about certain realities which normal people won't be able to see. All the people who have extraordinary vision or capability to calibrate what is happening around them and to keep themselves aware, they can only understand all these things, and they can recognize all what I'm talking about. Because I want to instill positivity, that at least there is a hope in the end. Yeah, you will be tested, you will be having a lot of impediments in your way, but the constraints are not so big, not so mammoth that it could be formidable. It is achievable, it is surmountable, and that is what I want to foster, that belief, that positive belief in you, that you move ahead, you try to foster real growth for your own self. Whatever happened in the past, keep it aside. It happened for a reason. Because if you want to walk on a sword, it will always have a double edge. It can work in any way. It can go in your favor or the favor on the other side, the flip side. But if your integrity is perfect, if your belief system is working for your own self, you will certainly be able to figure out what is happening around you. Because everything that is happening around you has a purpose, and that purpose you have to recognize. Your gadgets, your physical environment around. If you will become better in each and every day, if you will become bigger each and every day spiritually, you will see that the higher dimensions are not mere 3D realities, but these all are manifested and interpreted for a reason. And once you will stand in that very reality, you will see that everything is happening and everything is conscious. Even in Matrix movie, it has been said, and you would perceive that wherever you are sitting, the Matrix is active each and every time and each and every place. But it's you who is making a wave, it's you who is counteracting that forces. So it is you that is illuminating and torching and becoming a torch bearer. Even in that very field, the Matrix is even dependent on you. Even Matrix plays wrongly with you because it tries to normalize things. It doesn't want to happen any kind of activities that can go beyond reality or beyond the their calibrated systems that they have built. If any anomalies happen, they don't want to tolerate that. They want to exterminate that. They want to, either with the fear-based system, they want to suppress that. But if you have real reason to go move ahead and to have real strength in your mind, you'll certainly be able to perceive all these things and all this reality. You'll certainly be able to come above all that, and you'll be able to prove your worth in the end. I'm telling all these things because nowhere else is going to tell you, because most of them are afraid, most of them are suppressed, most of them don't have capability to look beyond. They don't talk about even about these things because people have a wrong perception about them, and they don't want to form that conception around the people who can make these kind of allegations about them, and that is why they are afraid of. Because the war that have started long before in my life, I just want to counter that, because whatever it has taken away from me, it has to give it back, and that is why I don't want to give up. I just want to cling on these realities, which I have earned from a long time, because whoever made the Matrix movie, it could be a movie for you, but many people see that it could be documentary as well. So if you have experience of your own life, why don't you share about that? Many people may be benefited with that kind of a story, and that is why I present these stories. These are not fabrication, these are 100% realities, and those people who have access to higher dimension, they can only understand. Otherwise, the normal people, they are always in sleep mode, and the Dead Sea is Dead Sea for them, not a Red Sea. But if you are awakened, if you are aware, Red Sea is always a Red Sea. You have to have perseverance, you have to have patience, and that patience will be force a key for you, and you will be a successful personality in the end. Keep moving, keep marching ahead for this eternal journey. I call it eternal because there is a reason behind it. You just perceive that and try to open that door for you. Try to knock that door, and the door will be open. Thank you for listening to me.